here's Michael, and I want you to say your honest truth. And you said you've been diving here 4 times already, and that is Apple Island. Well, you can go right there so you guys can see. To the left is your Apple Island. So you've been diving here for about 4 times?
My 4th time. I came last year around this time, and over 6 weeks, I dove Apo 3 times, and then all the local reefs out here.
Yeah.
Once or twice a week.
Yeah.
So I can say I dove the area.
Yeah.
For the most part. And last year, every time I went to Apo, it got better.
Yeah.
And the sea life was amazing. The coral gardens were spectacular, and the visibility was 100 feet, 30 meters every single day, if not more.
Yep.
And Michael can put his side of the story. But today was, I would say, a little disappointing compared to my dives I had had previously.
Absolutely.
The visibility wasn't that good. There just wasn't a lot. The corals looked good. That was nice, but there wasn't too much there. I think we saw 1 turtle where I would see 10 per dive last year.
Mm-hmm. I saw a turtle too.
It's Apo Island. It's called Turtle Island. I mean, I'm a turtle. I do turtle fundraisers around the world.
Yeah.
But you know, every place has all good days and bad days. It's but today was a little disappointing for
now,
the first time back.
Do you normally come out here this month, like November and December?
This is my 2nd time here, and it's so I came back to DUIN. I met Justin from Critter Hunters, the dive shop today. I met him last year before he had the shop. The diving, just shore diving here is phenomenal.
Yep. Usually
the critters are great.
Yep.
You know, it's easy. It's easy diving.
Yep.
And again, Apo, I was looking forward to it for a year. And this is after I went to last year, Indonesia, Fiji, the Great Barrier Reef, all around here. I just came from Roatan, Honduras for a month, which was terrible. If you're watching this, don't go. Save your money. Fortunately, 10 years ago, it was probably amazing, but the reefs are all bleached and dirty and trash everywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, and this was your first time diving Apo, yes?
Right.
So it wasn't, I don't think it doesn't sound like you want to come back anytime soon and do it again, because this wasn't a great dive today.
No. There we go. So you said about 100 feet visibility.
100 feet, 30 meters last year.
A normal case, which is typical if you're comparing it to some place like Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's basically, I'm so used to that. Once you dive those kind of things, you
get spoiled.
You get spoiled.
Yeah.
So this time, what is the visibility? This is the worst, mind you. This is what we consider the worst.
This was the worst I'd seen, and the dive guides had all said the same. This is the worst visibility they ever saw at Apo Island. We caught this a really bad day.
Yeah.
I think the current was putting a lot of upwelling up because the current was very strong. But I'd say the best was maybe 20 meters, 25 meters, 60 feet. The best part of it, got down to maybe 10, 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the last dive, the visibility was like soup. Campbell's soup on our last dive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, if you're coming from the U.S. and in a cold weather, what do you recommend?
I mean, listen, it was an off day, and I'm going to be here for a little while. I definitely want to dive it again in a few weeks. Hopefully it's back to where it was last year for me.
Yeah.
It's still better than I said. I just came from Honduras, and the reefs are shot. So this was 100 times better than Honduras, but still not as good as it was, near as good as it was last year.
Wow. If you go to Catalina Island, that's typical around that.
Yeah.
I would say.
This reminded me, if you've ever dove in Costa Rica, which this was similar. The current was really rough. There were thermoclines, and the visibility was up and down all day. It's very similar to how Costa Rica is most of the year.
Unbelievable. So the view is great today. I am for a beginner, basically a first timer. what my concern was, I love the coral. The coral
Coral,
here is
yeah.
amazing, right? I mean, anywhere else around the world, I find corals here like different colors. So if you got the worst, in my opinion, your worst day, but yet you see those coral with colors like that,
Those coral gardens they're spectacular.
I think it's amazing. Now, as far as visibility is concerned, yeah, I agree with you on that. This is the only day, but what you say, you dove here 4 times already at Apple, right?
Yeah, and it's 3, so you know, and all the dives I never had. When you go out, usually it's 3 dives per day. Cause
Yeah.
you get to go all the way out there. It's a
Yeah.
full day, so they get the dives in.
Yeah.
And every dive was crystal clear.
Yeah.
I actually got separated. Our last dive, I was with another group and ended up with Michael's group.
Oh.
They went into a cave and I lost them. I couldn't find them anymore. It was getting cold. I said, my third dive, I found those guys and just hung out with them in the little, maybe around 30 feet,
Yeah.
which was nicer. But hey, you know, it's like fishing. You never know what you're going to get. And this was, they had all said, the dive instructors, that this was the worst day they've ever seen out here.
Yeah, from what I heard, I came from another island called Leyte, which is what they were telling me, November and December on that island. So now it's coming, we're a little west compared to them, so they're more towards Pacific coast, Pacific, ocean. And I know that one's got to be worse because it rains like crazy. And it rained here a few days ago.
Yeah, but normally it's not going to, unless it's raining for a long, heavy period.
Yeah.
There'll be runoff that clouds the water, but there hasn't been enough rain out there in the last couple of days
So it hasn't
cause
been a
that.
factor. So what
I
you're
think
saying,
the current.
what you're saying is the currents kind of what's.
Well, you did the
what's-
drift dive today.
Yeah.
That was.
You guys did it. I didn't do it.
That was one of the strongest currents I've ever. I have about 500 dives.
Yeah.
And the strongest current. If you ever dove Cozumel, which is all drift diving, there are a couple. Palinsar Cave is known because of the topography, the way that the reef sits. It kind of funnels the water through the island, and then there's a little bit of a cavern.
Yeah.
It's really fast, hard current. This was faster. And I think that's why it was kicking sediment up and pushing it around the island. It was hard for us to even get out to the dive location. The boat had to keep maneuvering because
Right.
the current was so strong. So I think that was what caused the poor
going
visibility. That's not my opinion on it anyway. I can't be for sure.
Now, would you ever dive here again?
Oh, absolutely. It's it's still better than where I just came from. In Honduras, so they go out again on December 30th. I think I'll probably go back out again
Yeah.
because I want to have that repeat of the great dives I had here before.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'll dive here again, and hopefully under great weather.
Yeah. Really hope.
Then we can show you how awesome and beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Even better. Hey man, thank you so much. I'm glad
Welcome,
I met
brother.
you.
All right.
Mahalo.